ladies and gentlemen, it's your girl MPJT, and I am so excited to be back. Yes, this is All Things Events, Peoples and Vendors Hub, where our goal here is collaborating to create memorable experiences. I know last week we promised you a show, but guess what? We are back and we are coming with full force. Listen, I have two amazing gentlemen today with me in the house. And before I bring them on, please, I want to help you. Please grant StreamYard permission so that you can be part of the show and so that we can see your comments and question. If you haven't done so, please, please, please share the video, invite the business owner, small, medium, large, let them join in today because listen, there is a shift and we are so excited to have these two amazing gentlemen. Listen, these are some fine gentlemen doing some amazing things, and we couldn't be more happier to have them on here. But before I bring them, I wanted to share some facts with you. So, just so you know, there are over 4.9 billion people with a social media account, and some have about 4 to 7 accounts. Can you imagine it? I can't even manage 3. People have 7 accounts. All right. There are 384 million Africans with social media accounts. Did you know that 63% of people are more likely to buy from someone who has a brand that has an online presence? Did you know that? Listen, I was stunned, but you know what? I absolutely believe it. As an event planner, as an MC, and someone who interacts with a diverse group of business owners, I can honestly say that nowadays, seeing is believing. If people don't see it, if people don't see your work, if they can't relate to it, if they don't see the beauty of it, they're not coming to buy from you. So to all my business owners out there, thank you for joining in. And today I have, like I said, 2 of Cameroonian's finest, changing the narrative within the digital marketing arena. Please help me welcome Paul and Henri, hailing all the way from Cameroon. Woo! Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. I know last week we wanted to do this, but you know what? I don't want to say village people, whoever they are, didn't work out, but we're back. And today people are in for a treat. So please help us introduce yourself. Paul, I'll have you go first.
All right, thank you so much, Joyce. My name is Neba Henri. I am the co-founder of Africa's #1 digital marketing training institution, the African Academy of Digital Marketing. So I am based in Douala, and we offer training to young Africans on how to explore the digital space and make a living for themselves, and as well offer community management services and other diverse digital services to people all over the world. You know, once you are online, you are competing with people from every part of the world. So we have understood that and we are exploring that to our own benefit. Joyce, thank you once more for having me here.
Oh my goodness. We can't wait to hear more about what you all do. Henri.
Yes, good evening, Joyce. And it's a privilege and at the same time an honor to be part of this amazing discussion tonight. For those who don't know me yet, my name is Henri Owona. I'm a graduate from the Pontifical University of Rome, Salesian Pontifical University. I'm an accredited digital marketing trainer. I'm a marketing consultant and author of the very powerful and popular digital marketing and self-improvement book From Competition to Dominion, with the subtitle How to Conquer the African Market in the Digital Age. I've been in the digital marketing industry for the past 7 years now, and I've also been training people since 2017. From 2017 to date, I've trained more than 3,000 people plus, empowering them with incredible and innovative digital marketing techniques and strategies. I've also worked with more than 178 different businesses from different field of business, from different industries, where I empower the staff, I empower their personnel, I empower managers and top professionals with these digital marketing solutions. So we have been doing this for some years, and back in 2022, that's last year, I co-founded the African Academy of Digital Marketing with my barefoot brother, Mr. Neba Paul. And, and so far, we have been doing an amazing job, and it has been an incredible journey.
Listen, you guys are changed. Like I said, you're changing the narrative because, again, Henry, I didn't know you. Paul, I didn't know you. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But it's through what you have been sharing on your profile, right? You know, the truth is, social media is one of those things people pretend that they're not seeing. Trust me, they're seeing. They see it, and I saw it, and I was like, I got to get these two on here because there is an absolute need, and this is for everyone around the world. So, even though it says African, Academy of Digital Marketing, this is for every single person who is ready to level up. So, gentlemen, thank you both for being here. And let's just get straight into it. How did the Academy idea come about?
Okay, that's an amazing question, Joyce. The rise of the internet, social media, AI, artificial intelligence, is considered to be what we call the fourth industrial revolution. Remember, back in the 17th century, you had the agrarian revolution in the mid 17th century, and Africa was left far behind. Later on, we had the industrial revolution in the 18th century. Africa was still left far behind. In the 20th century, we had the scientific revolution, and still Africa was left behind. Now, in our generation, in the 21st century, we have what we call the internet revolution or the digital revolution. And the challenge is Africa should not be left behind again. Absolutely. And this is where the idea of coming up with a digital marketing platform where we can empower young Africans with these innovative skills came up. And that is how, during the first Africa Digital Marketing Summit that we hosted here in Cameroon last year, my brother Neba Paul and myself, by the way, Neba Paul is actually the one who promoted the whole event. Though I was the host, I hired him to promote the event, and he delivered with class and excellence. When I saw his work ethics, I saw the way he was doing his things professionally, I said, wow, this is someone I can partner with. That's how we had an amazing meeting, and we decided to come up together and create the African Academy of Digital Marketing. And the African Academy of Digital Marketing was created exactly on the 30th of July, 2022.
Wow.
So far, we have trained almost 500 students already in 3 different batches, and we are launching the 4th batch this weekend. So that's how the African Academy of Digital Marketing came up. That was just last year.
That is fantastic. Wow. You said 500 individuals have been trained thus far.
So far.
Wow. Listen, there definitely is money to be made. There are businesses all around the world that are in need. And I would say business owners that truly don't have the time. So there's nothing more than finding a platform, finding an academy, finding an organization, finding someone that you can entrust. Because the truth is, these business owners are entrusting, their business online presence to you, to your team. So that is key. So you talked a little bit about the academy. Now, tell us a little bit more about the services that the academy provides specifically. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, again, thank you for joining. This is All Things Events. It's your girl, MC JT. We're here with Paul and Henri of the African Academy of Digital Marketing. And they are giving us, everything about this academy, the amazing work that they've been doing, and how this academy can help your business thrive online. So thank you for your patience. We're having some technical network issues, but we are going to continue on. Paul is back, and Henry should be joining us shortly as well. Paul, the question was, please tell us what services does the academy provide?
All right, thank you so much for that question, Joyce. The first thing we do is that we train Cameroonians on digital marketing skills. The internet is so vast. The internet came with a lot of challenges that sent so many people packing from their jobs, yet it gives opportunity for so many people to get into other careers that were not existing, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So actually, we have designed a very wonderful program to train young Africans to benefit on these particular opportunities that digitalization offers. Firstly, most people that will go through this training are adults and or people who have undergone different trainings that makes it difficult for them to learn other things. So the first thing we do is that we train them on digital marketing
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. It appears Paul is having some technical difficulties. Henry, are you able to continue on?
Yeah, sure. Okay, Paul is back.
Go ahead. He was speaking about the services that the academy provides.
Okay, talking about the services we provide in the African Academy of Digital Marketing, the first thing that we actually focus more on is community management. Why? Because back here in Cameroon, there is a serious demand. There's no 1 week that passes without companies coming to me, big companies, multinational companies that are always reaching out to me every week looking for community managers, people that can actually help them manage their social media handles. So we noticed that the demand is so huge, and we are paying much attention to this particular service, community management. We want to make sure people or businesses who want to build a digital presence, who want to have a relevant online presence, you have someone who can represent them online. Because when we talk about community management, we are seeing a community manager who is like a brand ambassador of a company or a business organization online. He represents the brand on social media, on the digital space. I think Mr. Paul is here, is going to continue from where I stopped. I was talking about community management. I'm done with that. You can move to the next service, Mr. Paul.
Yes,
Yes, we can hear you, Paul. Go ahead.
yes, Henry. It's unfortunate that the internet is playing. Yeah, thank you so much, Joyce. The internet is playing with us this evening, but it's not going to conquer us. We are going to beat it black
That's
and
right.
blue. All right. So, as I was saying, the first thing that we always do is that we start with personal development, because people who enroll for digital marketing training with us are people who have already undergone some form of training first, and if you can't open their mind through personal development, they will not be able to assimilate the other things that we give them through digital marketing. Just as Henry said, from that we go move on to other things like branding, like community management, how to run social media, paid ads, understanding and using a chat, a GPT, how to build communities online, how to prospect and sell online, and a whole lot of services that courses that we offer. If you group all the courses that we offer, we have about 16 courses. As a digital marketer, it is very important that you should have basic knowledge on at least basic knowledge on graphic designing. You should be able to do videos. Mind you, there are a lot of adults out here who cannot talk in front of the camera, but as far as digital marketing is concerned, content creation is key, and the major content that sells is video content.
Mm,
And if you won't say you are a digital marketer if you can't talk in front of the camera. If you get the camera in front of you, you start sweating, you will not be able to talk. So we groom young people and professionals with all these skills so that they can be able to take the lead in this digital age. Just like Henry said, Africa cannot be left behind again. In all the other revolutions, Africa has been behind, but in this revolution, we are giving in our own contribution to make
yes.
sure that Africa is not left behind. That's why we're dishing out this training. Away from the training, we also offer, community management services to individuals and several brands that come to us. Just like Henry was saying, that's one of the most demanded skills as far as the various digital marketing skills are concerned. Brands are going online in their numbers and they need to be represented. They need to make sure that they are dominating in their space. And for that to happen, they need people who can represent them and grow their audience, make sure they interact with their audience and keep their audience loyal to them. And for this to happen, they need people who understand how to use digital tools, people who understand how to create content, people who understand how to communicate with the various stakeholders that relate to these different brands in order to keep this brand loyal to this audience loyal to this particular brand. So we also offer corporate trainings because there are companies too that will want to upgrade the skills of their workers. So they also invite us, we come and offer them corporate training so that their workers can be able to upskill and be able to fit in the digital space and make sure that their companies keep going. We also offer trainings in schools and different structures because the digital marketing space is still very empty and people don't yet understand it so well. Schools are speaking the steam, but very few people are practicing here in Cameroon. So many other schools come to us so that we can come share our experiences with us, with them, get our trainers to share their experiences with the students so that they can be able to catch up and of course start making a living from the digital space.
Wow. You know, you said something so profound, and that video marketing is the way to go. Um, I don't know if you guys have started this, but in your training, are you also doing some practicals as well? Is that something that you have incorporated
Yes.
within your training?
Yes, you have to know that the African Academy of Digital Marketing is part of the VIP winners community. You must know that, and in the VIP winners community, we have businesses in almost all the sectors. We have 7 studios, which is just next door the training apartment where we are doing our training. So we do practical trainings on graphic designing, basics on search engine optimization, even basics on graphic designing, basics on web designing, and then videos. These are things that we do this alongside 7 studios. They have all the equipment and all the gadgets required for video shooting and everything. When we have our training going on, uh, 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 when they reach a particular stage, students must
Ladies and gentlemen, again, we apologize. Some network issues here with call. If
All
you're
right,
joining us,
I guess we're back. And then after 2 months of training, our students must go on internship. Joyce, can you hear me?
we can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello, Joyce.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello, Joyce.
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
I can hear
Henry, are
you.
you there?
Yes.
Good,
Yes,
good, good.
we are getting you 100%.
Good. So out of the practice that we carry out in our training, after 2 months of the training, our students must get into internship. We get businesses and put our students there so that they can actually practice what they have learned. Because it's not enough to practice. It's not enough to learn. But if you can't practice what you've learned, you certainly forget. So we
Absolutely.
get like as of now, while they were launching the next batch, those of the previous batch are undergoing internship now. so that we can be able to evaluate them, so they too can be able to test the skills that they have learned over time to see whether actually they can actually put in practice what they have learned. Should in case they are not able to do that, it is easy for us to see where they're having loopholes, and we adjust them so that they can be better fit for the job market.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in hands-on practice because there's nothing like it. You can be a great speaker, but when it comes to actually getting the work done, that's a whole
Yep.
different ball game, right? So
Yep.
we're gonna switch it a little bit. A lot of our followers, our family members on this platform are business owners, mainly small business owners that will be listening to this video, if not now, later on. And I wanted to get more specific, right? So let's say that a business reaches out to you, to the academy. It says, "Hey, I want to increase my online presence," and of course, increasing my online presence should also increase my cash flow because at the end of the day, it's all about making money. Can you walk us through that process from when they come in, when they reach out? What's that process like? Just so that um, a lot of our listeners and our family members on here can understand what will be like when they reach out to you all. Is it Henry taking the
All right.
question or is it Paul? I think Henry's frozen. Paul, go ahead.
All right, okay. Once somebody gets to us, the first thing is that we send to them a questionnaire, because no two clients have the same worry. Clients
Absolutely.
have different worries, they have different interests, and it is good for us to be able to go down specifically to know what every client needs, so that we can better serve them. So when
Hmm.
somebody shows interest in getting our service, we send a questionnaire to them that can permit them to give us some vital points, that we can collect some data, that we can understand exactly what they want. So when we get that data now, we can now reach an agreement that, hey, this is what you expect, and this is what we can be able to give, and this is how you're going to reward us in the whole process. These are the key performance indicators that if we execute for 1 month, for 2 months, this is what we're supposed to see to be able to understand exactly whether the services you're getting from us are beneficial to you or not. Just like you said, some businesses might say, okay, I want you guys to grow my audience, just my numbers online should increase. Actually, the numbers should be seen increasing after some time. I want you people to create quality content on my platform on daily basis. They should actually see that quality content and have their audience interact. And uh, another person might say, okay, I want you people to create content and actually also close sales for me. If that be the case, then the person also needs to, there should be evident that after from this time to this time, I was making this amount of sales, and the sales have increased from this point because of the services you guys are offering us. So those key performance indicators are very important as we are relating. We're talking with the client from time and again, so that we can be able to be adjusting where we're failing, and we build a successful relationship. Because with this business, the real thing that you have to do is make sure that once the client comes for you, you give them the best of the service, and you build a relationship, because recommendations are very important in this business. When you have to serve somebody and the person say, hey, guy, you're struggling with your business online, these guys can actually serve you better. Because through that, we've actually had clients, that will serve this person, and this person gets to recommend another person to us, and before you know it, we have 2 3 clients from one client that we had initially. So making sure that we satisfy the client is very important. That's why from the beginning we must know exactly what the client needs, because if we don't do that, we might be providing a solution to a problem that doesn't exist. I don't know. Henry, are you there? Simile Joyce is not
Yes,
here.
I'm there. it's like just has abandoned us with the with the live session already. No,
Uh,
I think she's having a network challenge as well.
okay.
Let us be patient a little bit.
Yeah. I hope she's going to come
We
back.
have lose our captain, the captain of the ship.
We hope she's going to come back as soon as possible, so that we drive right to the end with this live show.
Exactly.
So the question I answered Henry while we're waiting for him, you might also want to say a couple of things. Maybe you may say some things that I did not say in answering the question she asked.
Yeah, absolutely. In addition to what you just said, yeah, one thing that we also do in the whole process is that we want to make sure we design the content calendar so that we know exactly on Monday, the first week, what are we doing exactly on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday till Saturday or Sunday. Now, this content calendar actually helps us to evaluate how the work is going on our site, and it's also a way for the customer to evaluate if we are actually doing what we agreed on. So another thing that we always do is to come up with a content calendar. Then also, as we are working, we also want to make sure we follow up with the client if he or she is actually getting results, because it's meaningless to be working for a business and the person is not getting results. So because it happens sometimes that we do our work as community managers, as content creators, but the client doesn't have a good conversion system. We run the ads, we create the content, we generate the traffic, but once the traffic is there, the client is unable to actually convert the traffic into customers, because the most difficult part in digital marketing is not to generate traffic, is to convert that traffic into customers. Because as I usually say, if it's only to generate traffic, I can train anyone, and within 2 weeks or 1 month, you know exactly what you have to do in order to generate traffic. But now the big deal is, how do I convert that traffic into sales? Now, that's why we want to make sure if the client doesn't have a sales funnel, we can build the sales funnel for the client, maybe using system EO or using ClickFunnels, for example. And we also want to make sure we train the team of that business, because we are not the one to be doing the closing uh, in the background. That's why if your team is not well equipped with sales skills, we can also train them on how to sell online easily, or how to convert prospects to clients online. And this is where we're talking about corporate trainings, and this is where the corporate training steps in. So we train your team as well on how to close sales easily online. I think Joyce is back. Our captain is back.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you both for continuing. We had a power outage here. Hey, it happens. Last week was your turn, now it's my turn, right? Um, we had a quick power outage in the neighborhood. We're back again. Thank you both for continuing, and please keep it on, keep on. I'm not sure what your train of thought was, but
Mr. Paul was done with his question. I don't
with the
know the
last
next
question.
Yes,
Okay, so
please.
the question was to walk us through the process when a business comes to you, correct?
Yes, exactly. He's done
Perfect.
with that.
Okay. And then now I know a lot of people want to know, what type of businesses have you helped manage thus far in terms of content management?
Okay, Joyce, we have actually helped a lot of businesses. a whole lot. But we are just going to disclose the smaller one because we have some contracts where
Of
the
course.
client doesn't want us to disclose his identity.
Of course.
Yes, they don't want to know that these are the people that are actually behind my brand.
Yes.
This is actually to avoid competitors coming to us as well.
Of course.
Oh
yes, let's respect those contracts, okay? So please do.
Exactly. So, but there are some businesses that are quite popular, small businesses. We have worked with a jewelry brand here in Cameroon called ABT, Associates by Tanya. Worked with her for almost 3 years. You can work on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter. Just type Accessories by Tanya, and you are going to see the work that has been done on that platform as well. Then some years back also, I've worked with no, those one I can't call that. I can't call the name. Okay. we have also worked with Seven Studio. That most people know Seven Studio.
Oh
because
yes.
most of our pictures, our videos are done by Seven Studio. Okay. Even my wedding back last year was covered by Seven Studio. We are actually the main brain behind the page. Also, we have VIP Mulu, the juice, the one that I'm drinking right now.
Content management, you're great at it, brother.
You may want to mention ThinkTech.
Yes.
I mean, ThinkTech Consulting is a cybersecurity firm over there in the US, Owona.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that was going to be my next question. Any brands outside of Cameroon that you've worked with that you can share?
Yeah. If you check ThinkTech Consulting, which is ThinkTech Consulting, which is a cybersecurity training institute that is based there in the US, we are actually the brain behind their online branding and management and all of that.
Fantastic. And so I know for a fact that when you manage these content,
it's not happening. It's not happening.
Let's talk about the finance aspect of things, because you can have 10,000 followers, but I don't want the followers if these followers are not going to come in and actually purchase my brand. So can you tell us a little more in terms of online presence via versus finance? How has that been? Has it been a correlation, or tell us a little bit more in terms of the businesses that you've been managing their online presence? Can you hear me?
I hear you, but I do not get the question well.
Okay, so the question is, you've been helping to manage content for various brands, right? How has their online presence and the finance? Because at the end of the day, I can have 10 million followers. I want to make money. So are you seeing the positive correlation between increase in followers of the brand, and there's also an increase in income as well? Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Sure, Joyce. Actually, Mr. Neba Paul talked about we sending a questionnaire to our clients in the beginning of the process. Now, one of the questions, I think that should be question number 3 in that questionnaire is, where are you now financially and where do you want to be? Why are we asking this question? Because before we start working with you, we would like to have an idea about your sales approximately, so that we know as we are working if the work is actually giving results. We are a result-oriented institution. That's why even on some pages, the following might not be very big, but come and see the sales. It's a different story, because that's what matters. Remember, sales is the main function of any business organization, even church business.
Absolutely.
Yes. If you are not making sales, the business is useless.
Yeah.
That's nonsense. So the best key performance indicator, KPI, is sales, is money. So we have a system, we are going to set up a system that will actually help us crack. If you are actually increasing, your business is improving, because that is the end goal.
Absolutely.
You can be creating very attractive content, very interactive, and creating videos that are going viral on the internet. But if at the end of the day you are not making money, it's nonsense.
It sure is, brother. It sure is. I have Dr. Spicy here. I know you guys have had Dr. Spicy in Cameroon yet, but Dr. Spicy said Dr. Spicy says it's all about numbers. Numbers do not lie. That's right, Dr. Spicy.
Correct.
Dr. Spicy is the Rolls Royce of all spicy sauces. You guys have to try it in Cameroon. It's coming to Cameroon soon. We're gonna make it happen. So guys, so you're here, you're doing some amazing things, and you're helping businesses. I want you to talk to the business owners, right? That you know that are in need of these services. 3 reasons why they should be coming to you. To, when I say you, I mean to the academy, right? To help manage their content. Because when I was looking through the the services, the classes that you got, that the academy provides, it's mind-blowing. As you were speaking about it, I was showing it on the screen. So again, it's not just about the business, but also the business owners. Talk to them.
Okay.
And why?
Actually, if I got you very well, Joyce, you said 3 reasons why businesses should come to us, right?
Business. Interesting day, but guess what? We are here to stay. Henri and Paul are back.
Yes. So the first thing I would like to tell any business person here is that we are not claiming, personally, I don't claim that every business must be on the internet. It's not a must. Because there are some businesses that you will not find their customers easily online. There are businesses like that.
That's true.
And as a business person, you need to be where your customers are. So if your customers are not online, it will not be very relevant for you to be active online back to back.
Well
It will
said.
not be very relevant. Now, however, when you are going to, let's say, prospect someone about your business or about your product or about your service, the person doesn't know you. It's the first time he's seeing you and hearing about your business. Now, the natural thing
not,
that
will
any
continue on.
rational human being will do is to take his phone and Google you
Absolutely.
to verify if this thing is actually not a scam. What are they really into? Does it exist? So they are going to check if you are legit, if you are actually something that they can rely on, and they're going to check it online. So if you are not there, I know of a situation where I was working in a multinational company here in Douala some years ago, and we were actually looking for a logistic company because we had some goods in Asia that had to come to Cameroon. So some companies came to us to prospect because they heard about the offer, and my bosses were from Asia, Filipinos to be more specific, and they don't know Cameroon. So basically, what they were doing is that when someone comes with an offer, immediately they are going to take their phone and Google this company. Yes, and I remember this company that I was actually one of my friends was working there, and I really wanted him to actually win the contract.
Mm.
But unfortunately for him, when he came, my boss
Google.
Googled the company, and they were not online.
Oh,
The guy went on Facebook, checked the company, they were not online. My boss was like, Mr. Henry, how are we going to work with people that doesn't exist online? Are you
mm,
sure it's really something serious? How come in the 21st century a serious company doesn't have a website? Huh. Uh, And the guy was like, no, 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 please forget about them.
mm.
Look for another person.
Wow.
And I was not the one to decide. Unfortunately for them, they lose that contract. Why? Because they were not just online. You see?
Right.
So even if your customers are not online, you as a business organization, for your credibility,
Absolutely.
you have to be online.
Yes.
Number one.
Well
Then
said.
number two, imagine you are online. You are not online. Imagine you are not online, and you have been getting customers every day. And from those your customers, you are making, let's say, 2 million CFA. You are making 2 million CFA every day
Okay.
without being online. Now, imagine if you go online and coming back to the statistics that Joyce gave in the beginning of this live session.
Mhm.
And yesterday, Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, did a post on his page informing us that Meta, meaning Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, now
Mhm.
have 3 billion active users.
Wow. Wow.
That is the whole world, 3 billion people. Imagine, I'm insisting on this because I want to let you see how huge is the market
Absolutely.
potential.
Mhm.
Now you are making 2 million already without being online. Now you have access to 3 billion people at your doorstep. I'm sure if you have these powerful skills, at the end of the day, instead of 2 million, you might be making 4 billion of sales every day.
Absolutely.
This is
Absolutely.
the advantage of working with the African Academy of Digital Marketing, because we are going to give you exactly the skills you need in order to start having clients on the internet. Then reason number three, another thing you need to understand as a brand is that people buy from people they know, from people they like, and from people they trust.
Absolutely.
So brands need to build trust on the internet. That's
Mm.
why Mr. Debapo was talking about video marketing, because it's only in a video that you can easily relate live with
Mhm.
your audience. They can
Mhm.
see your emotions, and you can also provoke emotions in them for your brand to be relevant and be like stick in the minds of your audience.
Mm.
So make sure you are online to build this trust with your audience.
I love it. I think you said it so well. And for anyone who is thinking, whether be in Cameroon or in the diaspora, the African Academy of Digital Marketing got you covered. The truth is that I had quite a few people ask me, a couple of questions, and I've already posed two of those questions. But for a lot of them, the concern was accountability and transparency. I want us to just touch up on that right now. Is how do I know that their excuse is not going to be, oh, there's no network. So how does the academy manage transparency and accountability? Because if you say we're going to post X number of days a week, we want you to post X number of days. So who would like to speak up on that?
All right, let me say something on that, Joyce.
Absolutely.
Okay, we are just the two of us speaking here. We have a whole team that we're working with. Remember, one of the things that we do at the African Academy of Digital Marketing is that when we train each batch, those students that are so serious and good, we don't leave them to go, because we have clients who are contacting us to manage their online accounts, and we also have companies that contact us to recruit. So The first thing is that when we train, we sort out those students that show so much commitment and who are really efficient with the skills. We sort them out and keep them to work with us. But now, how do you get to manage it so that all of this team providing services to this that we have, there's some accountability that permits them to get the results at the end of the day. First, it starts with our team. We have a reporting process where uh, our team reports on daily basis on the activities that they carry out so that we can be able to be sure that we are delivering what we promised our clients. Where you remember when I was talking about the process that we go through when people contact us, I mentioned about key performance indicators, which permits us to control to see whether we are actually delivering what we promised, and also the clients on his or her side to be sure that what they ask, they are actually getting it. As Henry earlier said, figures don't lie. If you are
Absolutely.
interested to be able to grow your online numbers, for example, you want to have 1,000 followers, it's going to be evident. At the end of the day, you know that when they were taking my page to handle it, they I was at 1K and now I am at 3K, I am at 5K as they promised. That's very evident. If the contract was that, okay, you people are supposed to posting twice or thrice on my page in 1 week, those posts should actually be there. If the contract says you should increase engagement on my page, it is very easy. One thing with digitalization is that in one click, you can be able to actually sort out to see whether actually what you targeted to achieve, you are actually achieving it. If it was that okay, every week you post one video on my website or on my social media handles, it's very easy for the other person from the other side to evaluate that. Away from that, we give reports depending on the periodic agreement that we have with the client. We give them reports on what we've been doing and the results that we have achieved over that period of time.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. So tell me real quick. So is there, in terms of your content managers, is there an actual space where they're there to ensure that, again, everyone's getting what needs to get done? Because I know one thing that one of the business owners mentioned was there's always network excuse me, network issues in Cameroon. Is that something that I would like for one of you to just talk just a little bit about that quickly? How does that go? Are they sitting at home and creating content for me, or is it an actual space that I know for a fact that things are going to get done and someone is ensuring that it's happening? Henry?
Yes, Joyce, we have our office here in Douala at Mobile Bonasama. It's a very big office with a lot of spaces where we have a team that is working on daily basis. Some of them, or most of them, are here
Okay.
working on site, but we also have others that are working remotely, because once we have identified the talent and we know that this person really can produce results that we want, even if the person is in Lembialem, we are going to get the person and work with the person online.
Okay.
Now, there are always ways to crack the performance. Is very easy for us.
Absolutely.
And also, we have a group chat for the team where we know exactly who has to do what. And we are the managers and the co-founders here, we supervise everything that is happening on all the clients' pages. And sometimes, and even most often, I personally create content. Mr. Neba personally create content for some of our clients as well, because you cannot duplicate or leverage on something you don't understand. That's why I
Absolutely.
usually advise every business person that no matter the type of business you are into, you have to make sure you understand every step in your company, the in and out of your business. Even if you have to outsource it later, it's important you have a clear idea about what is happening.
And you couldn't have said it any better. And the truth is, there are a lot of business owners that do not understand the business. They don't. And you all have made it so amazing with your number of courses. I mean, from personal productivity and mindset in social media branding, social media management, social media and paid ads. Hello. So thank you both. But as we start to wrap up, I would like for each of you to just say some closing words before we wrap up. Paul, I'll have you go first.
All right, Joyce. One of the basic things that we have in our mind is to make sure that Africa doesn't come behind in the digital age. And one of the things we are really fighting as a team is to make sure that what we promise the diaspora, especially, we deliver because we have a common philosophy that the diaspora has two things to offer for Africa to progress. They have their technical know-how and they have the financial power. And for that to happen, our services that we promise them, we have to deliver so much so that they can trust us better, so that we can leverage on each other and grow. Because from our research, you know about the VIP winners community and what we research from there. Most companies, most countries in the world, they can mesh through a team up between the home base and the diaspora. And you bear with me that most diasporans will not invest again in Cameroon because of the challenges they've had with family members and friends, that they get resources in their hands to handle, and they don't deliver at the end of the day. One of the things we are doing in our direction is to make sure that we offer what we promise so that we can close that gap of trust and make the diaspora trust us better. And of course, let's leverage all better on digital space and make Africa great again.
Absolutely. Henry?
Yes, Joyce. What I can say at the end of this amazing discussion that we had tonight is that attention is on social media nowadays.
Hmm.
Billions of people spend hours on their smartphones.
Mhm.
That is why we call this era the era of the attention economy.
Hmm.
People are becoming self-made multi-billionaires thanks to the internet. Think of Jeff Bezos of Amazon.com. Think of Jack Ma of Alibaba.com. Think of Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook. Think of Elon Musk of Twitter. These are people that are creating generational wealth thanks to the internet. And there are a lot of skills, there are a lot of jobs opportunities around the internet. Think of influencers like Mama Dalaku, like Daily Machop, like Muriel Blanche, like Mustilo Charismatic, for example, who are making money nowadays thanks to the internet. The good news with the internet is that there's no boundaries.
Hmm.
You can be in a Kondo Titi and you have clients in Washington, D.C. You can be in Levialem and you have clients in London. You have never been to London. For example, me, I've never been to the US, I've never been to Canada, I've never been to UK, but I have clients in all these countries while I'm there in Cameroon and I'm making my small cash. So as a business owner, you might be expanding your business globally, locally, but it's important you have a global view, a global vision. That is what I can tell all those who are listening to us tonight. And to you, Joyce, I want to really appreciate the
Yeah.
powerful work you are doing. You are creating an amazing impact. You are creating a lot of value, and you are helping a lot of people outside it via this your platform. I really pray the Almighty God to inspire you more, to bring more value, to bring more solutions to the people that really need it. Thank you so much for inviting us and giving us the platform and the opportunity to talk about what we do. For those who want to also read my book, From Competition to Dominion, it's available on Amazon.com
Oh,
and
yes.
it's also available on Seller.com. I can send you the link. maybe in the comment section.
I am sharing it right now, but yes, please share the link. I'm sharing the book right now, and I also
Yes.
wanted to also share the list of courses that the Academy offers. Um, to you, gentlemen, one thing about this this platform, All Things Events, and as the name says, it's the People's and Vendors Hub, right? The goal for this season was to bridge the gap between the diaspora and the motherland, because the truth is there is so much talent. I mean, we're talking to two of Cameroonians finest right now, right? There's so much talent that sometimes it feels as though there's none, but there is a lot. And I would have never gotten to know any of you if I wasn't online. It would have never happened, right? So the importance of not only being online, having a presence, but connecting with people, right? Following people and just watching and see what's happening. To you both, I'm looking forward to more discussions. We brought the VIP winners last year. Paul was on here with Zimni, the CEO of Think Tech Consulting, and we're looking forward to more. And I know for a fact that through this,
Yeah.
businesses will be reaching out to see how we can, how the academy can help manage content. Because there's one thing about a lot of us in the diaspora is we almost look like 24 hours is not enough time for us. It is a struggle. It is a struggle to manage these sites. And I won't lie to you, sometimes it becomes very costly when you have someone, you know, who can manage. So what about outsourcing? A lot of other countries are doing it, right? Outsourcing to India, outsourcing to China. Why don't we outsource to Cameroon? So it's an absolute privilege. And to each and every person that will join us and watch this video, um, this is the time. This is the time for digital marketing, and it's here to stay, whether you like it or not. So I would greatly encourage you to reach out to Henry and Paul. And if you haven't done so, please sign up for all of these courses, because if there's one thing that you and I need to know, as Henry said, as a business owner, you need to know your business in and out. And there's no other way than to learn from the pros right here with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing show. Thank you for joining us. It's your girl MCJT for All Things Event, hosting Red Carpet. I am your go-to girl. Reach out. It's www.mceejt.com. Thank you so much for joining us. To Henry and Paul, we look forward to greater things to come, and we look forward to having you both here, all right, to talk more about what are some of those experiences and those bigger businesses that you will be managing right after this. Thank you so much. God bless you. And it's a wrap for today. Let's go.
Thank you.